A simple 4-inch layer can act like a biological engine for your soil, quietly powering explosive plant growth beneath. The surface. When fresh grass clippings are sandwiched between layers of coarse wood chips, a powerful ecological reaction begins almost immediately. Instead of sending those clippings to a compost pile where nutrients slowly disappear into heat and gas, the materials become a living fuel source directly where your crops grow. Nitrogen remains trapped inside the system, moisture stays balanced, and roots are drawn into a dense microbial sponge. What looks like ordinary yard waste suddenly behaves like the fertile floor of a mature forest. Ecosystem, and the harvest results can be dramatic. Traditional composting has long been praised as the heart of organic gardening, yet it quietly wastes a surprising amount of fertility. During hot composting, microbial heat drives off large quantities of nitrogen as ammonia gas. In many backyard piles, nearly half of the potential nitrogen escapes before it ever reaches your garden beds. Even when composting works well, gardeners still face the slow pace of the process. Months can pass before the pile becomes usable. Meanwhile, your plants are growing right now. They need available nutrients in the soil today, not half a year from now. Instead of hauling organic material away from the garden, a far more efficient approach is to build the fertility system directly on top of the beds themselves. When grass clippings and wood chips are layered where plants actually grow, the biology begins converting that material into plant-available nutrition almost immediately. The structure of this method is simple, but the arrangement matters. Start with a loose base layer of coarse wood chips about 1 to 2 inches deep. These chunky pieces create air pockets that prevent compaction and provide the carbon fungi love to colonize. On top of that layer, spread fresh grass clippings to supply nitrogen, moisture, and microbial fuel. Finish with another protective layer of wood chips, bringing the total depth to about 4 inches. At this depth, the system stabilizes the soil environment. The grass layer remains moist and biologically active, while the wood chips prevent it from forming a dense mat that blocks oxygen. The top layer also blocks sunlight from reaching the soil surface, which helps stop weed seeds from germinating. Within about 72 hours, the transformation begins. Beneath the wood chips, fine white threads of fungal mycelium start weaving through the grass and wood particles. These fungal networks feed on carbon from the chips and nitrogen from the grass, expanding rapidly through the layer. Fungi act like underground highways in the soil. They transport water, phosphorus, and trace minerals directly to plant roots. In natural forests, these networks connect plants and recycle nutrients across entire ecosystems. By layering grass and wood chips together, you recreate that forest floor biology inside your garden bed in a matter of days. As decomposition progresses, the 4-inch layer begins behaving like a living sponge. The grass clippings provide slow-release nitrogen that fuels microbial activity and prevents the nitrogen starvation sometimes associated with wood chip mulches. Bacteria, fungi, and earthworms gradually transform the material into rich humus while keeping the soil biologically active. Roots respond quickly to this environment. Instead of remaining shallow in dry soil, they expand aggressively into the moist organic layer where nutrients are constantly cycling. Gardeners often discover thicker, more branching root systems beneath these beds. The organic layer also stores significant moisture, reducing irrigation needs during hot summer weather. Planting into this system is easy. Pull back the top layer of chips, set your transplant into the soil below, and allow the mulch to settle around the stem. As the roots grow downward, they encounter a nutrient-rich zone filled with fungal pathways and microbial life ready to feed them. Plants establish faster, stay resilient through heat waves, and often produce larger, more nutrient-dense harvests. Over time, the system becomes even more powerful. Each season you simply refresh the surface with new organic material while soil organisms pull the layers deeper into the ground. The soil becomes darker, softer, and richer without ever needing to till. Subscribe to Timeless Humus Path for more timeless soil revival wisdom delivered weekly, and share this with anyone growing food or restoring living soil.